Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be working on the airport once again here. Last episode I built these shops over here. I've got 2 restaurants and 2 shops where you can go and pick up some stuff to bring with you on the plane. And today, I am going to be building the runway out here for the planes themselves. I also need to work on building the jetway for the people to actually get on the plane. Now, I don't have any planes. The only plane I have is over here, and I'm not going to build a bunch of these over here. So I'm going to build kind of like a miniature version of this plane. For the airport. I'm just going to build one of them. Now, this is made out of quartz, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab all the different quartz blocks here, just so I have them. But this is what the plane looks like from the inside here. This is like the original plane that I made. I've even got the front bit here, where the pilot sits and flies the plane. So let's go ahead and head over to the airport. I'm just going to make a small version of that plane over here. So I've got all of the different items that I need to build the plane. But before I actually make the plane, I do need to build the runway area for this. So I'm thinking the best way of doing this is going to be taking concrete and filling in this entire area. So if I get some black concrete here and figure out how far I want to build this. It just depends on how long the planes are, is how long this needs to be, so that they can back out and then get onto the runway, which the runway is going to start, I think I'm going to start right here. That should be plenty of space. So the runway is going to start there, and it's just going to go straight that way. So that's how I'm going to build this. So I'm going to start with filling in from here over to there with black concrete using the fill command, because it makes it a lot faster. Okay, so I've just filled in this entire area with black concrete. So now that that's done, I can go ahead and get started with building the plane. So I'm just going to build a small one, and I'm going to put it probably on this side of the door, or I could do it over on this side. Because I got to figure out where there's going to be enough space for each one of these doors. So if I do it on this side, there'll be space over here for this first door. And then this last door should have space as well. So I'm going to just build the plane right here. Now, instead of using the black concrete, I'm going to use coal blocks for the wheels. Which is going to go right here. That way it's a little bit different to the ground itself. So if I put iron bars and then 2 blocks of coal like that, that's kind of how I did the wheels over there for that plane. So I'm going to do the front of the plane here. Hopefully there's enough space for this. I'm going to build like a really small plane. So that's going to be the front, like that. And then it's going to go back. Now, before I build this entire plane, I do want to figure out where I'm going to put the door. So, I'm going to put the 2 seats here for the front. I'm going to put a wall in like this. And that'll be the cockpit of the plane there. So, this over here is going to need to move, I'll say like 2 blocks over this way, and then this is going to be the side door for the plane. So this is how people are actually going to get in. And this is actually not supposed to be the wall. The wall of the plane is going to be here. So I'm going to build that out. And then this is going to be the floor here. So this is how I'm going to build the entire plane, is just like this. So let me go and put the side door in. So the side door is going to go here, and I got to figure out how to connect this to over there. That's what I have to figure out. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to have 1 block Actually, this is all going to be made out of upside down stairs here, just to make it more rounded instead of having it be straight edges. So that's going to be the base there. So if I get slabs, might be a good idea for this. If I grab some, it doesn't have to be quartz slabs. Quartz is just what I'm using for the plane. So the actual jetway that's going to connect to here, I'm going to build that. I guess I could do like andesite slabs, just regular andesite. So if I get some gray carpet here, I could just put that on top of whatever slab I'm going to use. I'm just going to stick with the andesite because that's what I grabbed. So I'm going to grab some more andesite here, and I need to get a way to connect this door right here, which as soon as this door opens, I'm going to have, I don't know if I can put stairs there. I can't put stairs right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this entire thing out of andesite. Is kind of like the block I've chosen for this. Okay, so the way this is going to work is as soon as these doors open here, you're going to have the stairs that go up. Now, at the moment, I don't have these in the right spot to be able to walk up properly. I can't use slabs. That's not going to let you walk. I need to get probably an extra block because I need to put these as close as possible. But I also need to be able to get up. Now, I can put upside down stairs in like this. That also doesn't let you... Wait, maybe it does let you go through. I don't think it does. I think it lets you go through... Yeah, it lets you go through going up, but it doesn't let you go through going down. So I might need to add an extra block up here so that you can actually walk up. And this is going to be the path that leads to the actual plane. And I want to build this mostly out of the wool. So if I go and put gray wool down here, the only bit that's going to be made out of andesite is going to be the stairs and the walls. And then once I get to the correct height, which is this block right here, I'm going to go and put slabs down like this that will connect over the here. And then I'm going to put wool on top of that. So there's the wool. And then this entire bit here is going to get filled in with the andesite blocks. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the inside. If I go and close the doors, doors open up, everyone's boarding. I just want to make sure I can't put a block there. Oh, I can put a block there. Perfect. That'll make this a little bit better. I'm thinking about changing these into upside down stairs because it won't affect anything. It just makes it look a little better. So this is what it looks like. We'll start back here. Why is there slime? There's slimes everywhere in here. Look at all these guys. They're multiplying. There was only like 2 slimes, I think, last time. Now there's a bunch of them. They keep getting through security. I was going to put an iron golem in. So you know what? Let's do that. I'm going to make an iron golem so that way he can keep these guys out of here. Alright, so I've got some iron here. If I go and put iron blocks down like this and a pumpkin, this guy will go through and he'll get rid of all the slimes for us. Perfect. So now I've got some protection here. This is our security guard. Look at all the slimes trying to go after this guy. They can't even do anything. He's too strong. I could put in another one, but he seems to be doing a really good job at clearing out all the slimes. There's a few more over here, but eventually I think the iron golem will make his way over there. Or is he just done with clearing out all the slimes? I think he's given up at this point. But there is another slime over there. Oh, there we go. He's going after him. Perfect. So now that the slime problem's been solved, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on building this. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough here. If you walk through this, I'm thinking about putting like lights in. You know what? Let me grab, I think maybe either the frog lights or the sea lanterns. I think would be pretty cool lights to put in here. I'm I'm going to put them like every 2 blocks. I'll put like a sea lantern down. That way it gives a little bit of light. And then this is how you get into the plane here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the plane build real quick. I'm going to go through, put down just a bunch of quartz blocks. And once that's done, I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I finished building the plane. It's not the best plane, mainly because the wings are in kind of like the wrong spot, just so I could fit it in here. But that can easily be fixed by extending the back of the plane out a little bit more. But this is just kind of like a test plane, just to kind of put it in here as like a prop. So it's not really the best plane, but at least it's a way of testing how this jetway works. Now the other thing is I do want to put some iron bars, or not iron bars, but some wheels on here for this to kind of roll around, because this jetway is supposed to move. So I'm going to put 1 wheel there, and then probably another one right here. I might even do 2 over here, and then put wheels like that. And then I can maybe get rid of that one and just leave 2 wheels like that. So that's how the jetway is going to work. Let's look at what it looks like from the inside. I can actually just go through one of these other doors here. So if I head over here, this is what it looks like from the inside. You can see the plane right there. It's not the best plane. Let's go inside the plane here and see what it looks like. I haven't added like any of the seats in. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a few seats, and then I also want to put in some windows. So put windows by all the different seats here. Now this plane is definitely a lot smaller than the one that I built originally, but at least it works for the demonstration here. So I've got the chairs in there. I've got the windows. This is where the pilot sits. The only thing I don't have is the doors. So if I grab some doors here, and I'm actually going to grab a lever to activate this. So that way you can keep the door open. So put the door here, and I'll put a lever. That's kind of a bad spot for it. Where can I put a lever? Just temporarily, I'm going to put one there, just so I can use it. Apparently, you can't activate the door there. Why not? That's interesting. I can activate the door here, but I can't use it on the top block. So that is the plane built. The other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to try and build the runway. And I also want to put like lines down on this bit, because right now it's just solid black concrete. So eventually I do want to put some lines in. But I want to see if I can build a runway from here. How many blocks out should I go? I might even use torches to mark this out. So that way it's a little bit easier to see than just having a block on the ground. Alright, so I need to make each lane 17 blocks long. So I'm going to go ahead and start here, and I'm going to count 17 blocks. Alright, so this right here is 17 blocks. So this will be the size of like 1 lane. So if I go and put another one of these banners down, and then I'm going to go another 17 blocks that way, and then that will be 2 different lanes. I actually might add an extra 3 blocks to this so I can put dividing lines in here, like this. We'll have dividing line, and then starting from this block, I'm going to go ahead and add another 17 off of here. Okay, so this is going to be the full length of the runway. So now what I need to do is I need to go from that spot over there. I need to mark down the coordinates because I'm going to use the fill command. And then using these, I need to go all the way to the other side. I'm just going to run straight this way until I get to a distance that feels like a good spot. And then I'm going to put down a flag there. So now that I've got this, I should be able to just do /fill on this block. and then I can fill this all in with black concrete. Okay, so I've just filled in the entire area here with black concrete. So now that that's done, this is the space that I've got. Now, of course, when I put the black concrete in, I deleted the markers that I had over here on the ground. But the flags did stay up, so that kind of helps. I still have to count out the blocks to figure out where 17 is at. I think that's the middle block there, which means I should be able to just put the yellow lines straight back like that, and then go straight down the middle. But I gotta count it out just to make sure that I'm in the right spot. Okay, so I've counted out the blocks. I found that this right here is where the lines are supposed to go. So what I need to do now is go down the middle with yellow concrete and fill this in. So if I go ahead and break away all of these blocks here, I can go ahead and fill this in with yellow concrete. And I'm just going to do this manually instead of using the commands, because it's just one straight line this way. And that way it'll divide the two different lanes. So we'll have one plane on one side and then one plane on the other side. Okay, so there is the line. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my little markers here because I don't really need them anymore. Eventually, I'm going to put some more lines down because there's usually loads of lines that go all different directions that shows you where you're supposed to go. But before I end the episode here, I do want to take like a look at the airport, but with like the ray tracing turned on. Because I think it's pretty much done. The only other things that I want to add to the airport is like a hangar where you can store all the airplanes. I might build one around that plane over there. And there's also the lines and stuff I need to put on the runway. There's a few little finishing touches that I have to add. But most of the airport is complete. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the ray tracing on here, and we'll go ahead and run through the airport. Okay, so I've turned the ray tracing on now, so this is what the airport looks like. Even just kind of like going through this bit here, where you get dropped off at, looks really nice. Especially with the quartz. The quartz kind of like reflects the light, which is pretty cool. So this is the first area where we get checked in here. I've got myself a bag, so I can go ahead and check in this bag, and then it can go on the conveyor there, and then it'll get checked onto the plane. So walking in here, this is the inside of the airport. The first thing I need to do is get a ticket for the plane. So I'll go ahead and walk through here, and I can pick up my ticket. Now, I don't actually have, like, a ticket system at the moment. I should probably build one of those. So I'm just going to give myself some paper. So I can just grab this piece of paper here. This is my ticket now. I could fill these up over here with some paper. Eventually, I will do that so that you can get some more tickets, and they'll just be in here. I guess I could test this out. There we go. So that's how to dispense out your ticket. And now you can kind of just sit around. You can sit on the benches here and wait for your plane. This is what the benches look like. So now that I'm done sitting, I can go through security, which I don't know what happened to the Iron Golem. There seems to be a slime problem. Is the Iron Golem off duty or something? What is this? Alright, we'll just go through one of the other security lines. We'll try this one over here. This one seems to be less busy. I don't really have anything on me other than my ticket, so we'll go ahead and send the ticket through. We'll go ahead and scan me. I seem to be fine, so I can now pick up any belongings that I have. Oh, here's the Iron Golem. He's clearing up all the slimes. Perfect. So while he's doing that, I'm going to just walk past. And according to my ticket, I got to go to gate 1. Which, I need to get more signs, but gate 1 is apparently over here. So, while I'm waiting for gate 1, let's go look at some of the shops that I've got over here. So, I've got all these different shops and restaurants that I can go to while I wait for the plane to arrive. and get some hats over here. I need to get some more stuff on these shelves. These shelves are very plain, but there's some stuff there. You can go over to the restaurant. So I can head into the kitchen here. This is where you get all the food prepared. You got the fridge. There's nothing in it, but you can cook some stuff over here, and then you bring it out, and then you can get food at the restaurant. And then out here, you can sit at one of these tables while you eat your food and wait for the plane to arrive. Attention everyone, flight number 732 has just arrived at gate 1. Boarding will start in a few minutes. Okay, well it sounds like the airplane has arrived now, and they're going to be boarding soon. So I need to head over there. But these areas, these like waiting areas here look really nice with the ray tracing on. I like how the lights turned out. The lights turned out really well with this. Everything's like very bright. Let's head over to gate 1. They're apparently boarding. So we'll go and open up the doors here. And let's head on to the plane. Look at these lights. Those are so bright. Those lights are super bright here. But you can come onto the plane and find a seat. Even the sun coming through is super bright as well. Let's see. Where should I sit? I don't know. I'm going to sit right here. I think it's a good spot. I don't have, like, the overhead end rods that I had in the other plane. I'm interested to see what does the other plane look like with ray tracing on. This isn't really anything part of the build. I just want to see what the other plane looks like with the end rods added in. So let's go over here and look at it. Oh, that looks really cool with the end rods at top. But that's going to be it for today's episode. I've completed the Minecraft airport. So there's now a plane over here that you can board. You've got all the different shops inside. If I go ahead and break in here, we got all the different shops. You got the security area. I've even got my own security guard who's doing an okay job at keeping the slimes out. But that's going to be pretty much it for today. So I'm going to go down the episode here. So make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.